Listen, when you're putting together a Luka Doncic build in NBA 2K24, it's got to be able to do a few different things. It's got to be able to finish around the rim with some finesse. It's got to be able to move a little bit and be able to make the nice pass. Definitely got to be able to knock down those mid-range shots. Also got to be a knockdown shooter. And you got to be able to hit that Luka step back on him. And last but not least, a Luka build has got to have a little bit of, no defense, but
what's going on, everybody? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K24 video, and today I'm bringing to you guys my playoff Luka Doncic build in NBA 2K24. Luka, Kyrie, and the Dallas Mavericks are off to face Ant and the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. Let me know real quick down below who you got winning the Western Conference Finals and who you got winning the NBA Finals. But I thought it was time to bring you guys a Luka build. I have not done one yet in NBA 2K24. I did a face creation earlier in the year, and I'll leave a link for that down in the description. But I got a few gameplay clips here. I don't have this exact Luka build, but I have one that's very similar to it. So the clips that you're going to see are from that build. But without further ado, let's head over to the builder. Let's check out this build. First things first, don't forget to drop a like for your boy. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are over in the builder. We're going to go ahead and put together this playoff Luka Doncic build. We're going to go ahead and go right-handed, jersey number 77, just like Luka. Now for the setup here, we're going to put this one at the point guard position. We're going to go 6'8", 226, and a 6'10 wingspan. The reason I'm going 226 is I want to be able to get certain rebounding and strength attributes, and with the wingspan where it's at, had to finesse a little bit of that to 226, even though Luka probably goes a little bigger than that. Again, you got to have a little bit of speed in NBA 2K24, so 6'8", 226, 6'10. Let's go ahead and get down into the stats of this build. First things first, as always, I always start down here on the physicals. Again, as I mentioned in past videos, they're tied into so many of the different badges and different things like that that I think it just makes most sense. Starting down here, we're going to go ahead and max both of these out here, the speed and the acceleration, the speed being an 81, the acceleration being a 73. Again, I talked about wanting to have a certain strength on this build. We're going to go ahead and put a 90 strength on this build. Luka's a pretty big burly dude, strong, working down in the post against some of the smaller guards and different things like that. Plus, with 90 strength, it's going to give us gold brick wall, and it's also going to give us gold immovable enforcer, along with bulldozer on silver. Again, having that a gold immovable enforcer on this is going to be very nice because the build's not going to have clamps, and this build or that badge is going to help you, guard on the perimeter. Also going to help you guard in the paint a little bit as well. Very nice badge to have in NBA 2K24. For the vertical, we're not going anything too crazy here. We're just putting this up to a 60, and then we're going to go ahead and max the stamina out at a 98. So that's what our physicals are going to look like. Let's go ahead and jump up into the playmaking. Now I'm going to run through all of the stats, and then we'll go back and take a look at the badges. For the close shot, we're going to go ahead and go a 71 on the close shot. The driving layup, we're going to go ahead and take that all the way up to a 91. So this build's definitely going to have some very nice finishing around the hoop when it comes to our layups and the different packages and different things you're going to have on it. The driving dunk, nothing too crazy here. We're just going to bump this up to a 40. It's going to give you access to a couple of the NBA player dunk packages. Again, just to be able to finish when you around the hoop. No contact dunks or anything too crazy on this, but again, just enough to be able to finish, like I said, around the hoop. Standing dunk, we are 6'8", so we're going to put a 45 standing dunk on this build. That's going to get you the under basket, one hand and two hand normal packages. Again, just for being able to get those standing dunk animations. And then lastly, on the finishing, we're going to go ahead and put the post control all the way up to a 92. That's going to get you gold unpluckable. And then, as I mentioned, Luka wanting to get those mismatches against some of the smaller guards and bully them down low. Definitely going to want to have some of that post control on there. Along with that gold unpluckable, as you can see over on the right hand side, we're going to get back down Punisher on gold, along with drop stepper on gold, Hall of Fame post spin technician, which is a very nice badge to have for tossing your opponent out of the way. You can see the silver dream shake and hook specialist on this as well. Post fade phenom, when we move our mid range up, that's going to go all the way up to Hall of Fame. So definitely going to be very nice. And, like I said, being able to move around in the post. 45 standing dunk. It will get you the bronze aerial wizard, which is nice. You're going to be able to catch some lobs on this build, along with bronze fast twitch as well. Again, just for being able to finish those dunks underneath the hoop, get them off a little bit quicker. We talked about the driving dunk at the 40. 91 driving layup. As you can see, that's going to give you gold fearless finisher, slithery, and bunny. And then you're going to get a ton of Hall of Fame badges, including acrobat, pro touch, scooper, and float game. 2 very nice badges to have for finishing around the hoop in NBA 2K24. Giant Slayer, spin cycle, and then 2-step, also all on Hall of Fame. So you are going to be a beast when it comes to finishing around the rim. You know how broken layups are already in this game. Having all of these badges on Hall of Fame, along with that 91 driving layup, which will get you access to a lot of very nice layup packages, as I mentioned before. And then the 71 close shot. Again, we talked about the gold fearless finisher. You're going to get silver spot finder, which is a very underrated badge for getting yourself open, on the outside, or whether it's spot finding. If you're getting, cutting from the hoop towards the hoop, using that little spot finder in the lane can kind of give you that little speed boost towards the hoop that you'd be looking for, just to help create a little extra separation. We talked about the Hall of Fame Pro Touch, Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, again, to go along with that 91 driving layup. Going to be very nice to have. And then we talked about a couple of those other badges as well. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of these finishing highlights real quick. As I mentioned in the open, I don't have this exact build, but I have one that's going to play very similar to it. So the clips in these gameplays here, these gameplay clips, are going to show you a very good, give you a pretty good understanding of how the build's going to finish around the rim and with some of these other attributes and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at those, and then we'll move down to the shooting.
So having a Luka Doncic type build, again, not going to be like a, getting contact dunks or anything crazy, but having that 91 driving layup, you're going to get access to a lot of very nice layup packages, the scoops, the floats. You're going to get a lot of nice like bulldozer animations, and then that 45 standing dunk will help you finish underneath the rim.
All right, so moving down to the shooting, obviously Luka is a very good shooter from both the mid-range area, the three-point area, and then again, we talked kind of in that mid-range with playing in the post and stuff like that. So for this particular build here, we're going to put a 92 mid-range on this build. We're going to go ahead and max out our 3-ball here at an 86. And then we have some points left over, so we're going to go ahead and put our free throw up to an 81. By getting it to an 80, you're going to get silver free points. So if you're playing rec, or if you're playing pro-am even on this build, you're going to be able to hit your free throws very consistently, which will be very important. Having the 86 3-ball on the right hand side, you can see will get you limitless range on bronze, agent 3s on silver. You're going to get claymore on gold and catch and shoot on gold if you're looking to spot up and knock down some shots. And then that 92 mid-range that we talked about, going to get you gold blinders, gold deadeye, gold green machine, and space creator. And then we talked about the silver spot finder, and then a lot of very nice Hall of Fame badges down here. You can see it, including guard up, midi magician on Hall of Fame. Going to be able to do all the crazy post fades, fades in the mid-range, all those different things. Hall of Fame open looks, a very nice badge to have in NBA 2K24, helping you knock down those shots when you are open. And then we talked about the Hall of Fame post fade phenom to go with that 92 post control. So you're going to be a lethal shooter both in the mid-range and from deep, having the 86 3-ball. Again, having the 92 mid-range shot going to open up a lot of very nice jump shots for you, including the Tracy McGrady base, which is obviously one of the most popular shooting bases in NBA 2K24. So let's go ahead and look at some of these shooting highlights. In these clips, as I mentioned, the build I have is actually going to be very close to this. I have a 90 mid-range and an 85 3-ball on this build that I'm using in the clips, so going to play very much like this build here. So let's go ahead and take a look at those, and then we'll get down into the playmaking.
So having that 92 post control and the 92 mid-range, you're going to be able to do moves like this, definitely bullying them smaller guards. And then having that, again, the high mid-range, you're going to get the blinders. You're going to be able to do all the midi pull-ups and, all those animations that you'd like, just like you can see here in this one. And then the 86 3-ball, you're going to be a knockdown shooter. You're going to have access to the Tracy McGrady base, so you're going to have a lot of the nice jump shot animations and things. And then, like I said, you definitely got to be able to hit that Luka step back here to finish things off. So, cooking.
Alright, so moving down into the playmaking on this build, as I talked in the open, one thing you definitely need to have on a Luka build is some very nice pass accuracy, a little bit of ball handle, and then we're going to put some speed with ball on here as well. Luka not the quickest, fleetest of foot type, but starting with the pass accuracy here, we're going to put this all the way up to a 91. And then we're going to go ahead and max out the ball handle at an 85. And then we're going to put the speed with ball up to 75 as well. We're going to be more of a primary ball handler on this build, so having that 75 speed with ball will get you hyperdrive on silver. And then you can see some of the other badges over there: speed booster, triple strike, and blow by, all on silver as well. The 85 ball handle will get you access to a lot of very nice dribble animations, including the Jamal Murray behind the back. You're going to get some of them other very nice dribble animations having that 85 ball handle. You can see over on the right hand side, you're going to get the gold unpluckable that we talked about earlier with that 92 post control. Along with it, you're going to get gold ankle breaker. You're going to get Hall of Fame physical handles, which is a very underrated badge. Having that 90 strength and everything to go along with the 85 ball handle, just going to kind of help you break free. It's kind of like a clamp breaker type of a badge, if you ask me, in comparison to some of the other 2Ks that we've had. And then we talked about some of the other ones with the blow by handles for days on silver again, so you're not running out of breath when you're doing your dribble moves. We talked about the silver speed booster and triple strike, and then you get bronze killer combos as well, just for chaining together then dribble animations and everything. 91 pass accuracy on this build. You're going to get silver bailout, which is going to be a very nice badge obviously to have. You're going to get gold break starter, which is again going to be nice to have. We're going to definitely have some rebounding on this build. Luka, a very good rebounder, triple double machine. Going to want to be able to throw that break, when we get it with that 91 pass accuracy. You're definitely going to be throwing some dots up the court with that. And then you can see gold dimer, needle threader, relay passer, Hall of Fame post playmaker, so when you do get them offensive boards, you're able to kick it out to your teammates, get a nice boost to their shot. And then the Hall of Fame special delivery for doing them flashy passes and lobs. You're also going to get access to one of the best pass styles in the game, which is the Tyrese Halliburton pass style. I believe you need an 89 to unlock that, so you'll have that, which will help you zip the ball around the court. Now, in these clips I'm going to show you, I only have a 77 pass accuracy, but just going to show you a couple clips of getting some rebounds, getting the ball up the court, a couple little pocket passes, different things like that. So let's look at a few of these clips, and then we'll move down into the defense.
So when it comes to the playmaking on a Luka Doncic type of build, I think it really comes down more to like the pass accuracy, being able to move a little bit with the ball. Again, Luka not known, to have the flashy handles. He does what he needs to do to get open, and with 85 ball control, getting those animations definitely will help you be able to do that. And then, like I mentioned, the 91 pass accuracy, you're going to be zipping that ball around the court, so definitely going to be very clean. You're going to be able to do plenty on this build.
Alright, so moving down into the defense on this build, again, Luka not known for being a spectacular defender by any means, but he's a big body, running 6'7", 6'8", big burly guy again. We want to be able to defend a little bit, so on this build, I'm going to put a little bit of interior defense on this. I think that's going to help you, if you're guarding like a point guard or whatever, and they're driving to the hoop, helping them get them wall-ups. Again, we mentioned the gold and movable enforcer, just playing that hands-up defense, whether you're playing in the corner in a zone, you're playing on the ones court, whatever. 74 interior defense will get you access to bronze post lockdown, which would be nice, along with the silver workhorse. Perimeter defense, like we talked about, Luka, not phenomenal on the defensive side of things. We're not going to put any clamps on this, but one thing we are going to do is move that perimeter defense up to a 58, which will get you bronze off-ball pest. Again, it's just going to help, with them, some of them cut-off animations, whether it's cutting out of the corner or cutting from the hash towards the hoop, whatever it might be, just enough to help out a little bit there. We're not going to put any steal on this build, but if you get in the right positions, you're still going to get some lane steals. If you play the right angles, you can still get some bump steals. I do have a couple of builds without steal on them, and you can definitely do those things. If you have steal boost, that's obviously going to help you a lot as well. Luka not knowing, to be a big steal guy or anything, and we're gonna have to sacrifice something in here to be able to get all of these other attributes, so we're not putting any steal on there. What we are doing on this build, I think it's just because it's an NBA 2K24 build, if you're gonna make it viable in this game, I think as a point guard especially, you need to have a 68 block and able to get the bronze chase down artist. I think it's just very important if you get beat off the ball or you're cutting, from the weak side or whatever, just to be able to help get them block animations and everything like that. Again, Luka not a huge, shot blocker, swatting shots, different things like that, but just enough in NBA 2K24 to be viable on that side of things. Also going to help you get, some of them contest on the perimeter too, with jump shots and different things like that. Now moving over to the offensive rebound, we're going to put a little bit of O board on this. Again, Luka, pretty good rebounder of the basketball. And we have that Hall of Fame post playmaker, so we're going to put the 60 offensive rebound on there. And then we're going to go ahead and max our defensive rebound out at an 83, which will get you silver box out beast and silver rebound chaser to go along with the bronze pogo stick. We talked about the offensive rebound. Again, Luka, a very good rebounder of the basketball. Obviously, he gets a lot of triple doubles. 6'8", you need to be able to rebound the basketball. So 83 rebound, I think it's going to be very nice for a build like this. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you some of the defensive clips. The build I'm going to use in these clips is going to be the same build that I've used in the other ones. I believe it has the 68 block. It has only about a 60 defensive rebound, so, not quite as high of a rebound, but you're going to get a very good feel. Some of the other attributes are right around the same neighborhood of what this build will play like. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few of those, and then we'll go ahead and we'll finish out this build.
So as I mentioned, Luka not known for being a spectacular defender, but having that 74 interior defense, being 6'8", if you're playing hands-up defense, you're going to be able to get the job done down low. And then again, I mentioned having that 68 block. That's really just going to be able to help get some contests out on the perimeter. And then again, the big thing for Luka is being able to rebound the basketball. Again, Mr. Triple-Double. Very good rebounder of the basketball, both on the offensive and the defensive side of things, getting things going on the break. So I think putting a little bit defense on this build will definitely help you out on this Luka build in NBA 2K24.
Alright, so that's going to go ahead and finish up this build. As you can see, pretty, well-rounded Luka type of a build with that high driving layup, the post control, really lethal in that mid-range area. Nice three ball, great pass accuracy, decent ball handling with that 85 for sure. And then, defense just enough to get by, and then some decent physicals as well. So let's go ahead and wrap up the build. I know you guys like to see who we get shades of, and right out the gate you can see we get shades of Luka Doncic, Magic Johnson, and somehow being 6'8" with these stats, we get Devin Booker. 2K, you're kind of wilding on some of these shades, but you get the diamond 3-level threat build. So that's going to do it for the build. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I think this is a pretty good, Luka Doncic type of a build. Again, if you guys want the face scan that I did earlier in the year, I will leave a link to that down in the description. And that's really all I got for this one. Again, appreciate you guys for sticking around. Appreciate all the support you guys have been showing me. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. Definitely go check out some of the other builds and face creations that we've done in NBA 2K24. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.